We have found some of the most amazing animals ever to exist on this planet. Some are very strange looking, while others are incredibly rare. So welcome back, everyone. Here are the top 10 rarest animals ever discovered. Number 10. Saiga antelope. There's been a huge decline in population for the saiga antelope over the last few decades, and it has left them as one of the rarest animals on the planet. As if it wasn't sad enough that they were almost extinct, this species is also cursed with having an incredibly weird look. They have a big nose that looks like a wet, soggy carrot, and it's got these huge, bulging eyes. If this was any other animal, it would be considered ugly, but because it's so rare and so unique, we actually think it's pretty beautiful. This animal is known to only live in the steppes of Central Asia, where they hang out with other antelopes and wild sheep. Even though they can't be found anywhere else in the world, they still haven't been fully studied by experts, which makes them even more mysterious and elusive. Number 9. Red wolf. The red wolf is one of the rarest animals in the world. There are only about 10 left in the wild. That's right. You could go an entire lifetime without seeing one of these things. It's not surprising that they are so rare since they are typically shy and prefer to stay away from humans. Their fur is rusty red in color, hence their name, and they usually only come out at night. In North Carolina, there's a small breeding program going on with these wolves in an attempt to increase their numbers. But until then, if you want to see one, you might have to get really lucky or do some serious stalking. 8. Vaquita. The vaquita is another animal that's extremely rare. There are only around 10 left in the wild, just like the red wolf. These little guys live in the northern part of the Gulf of California, and they are known as the cutest porpoise on the planet. They're small and gray and kinda chubby, which makes them resemble a baby elephant. Scientists are currently trying to figure out why they're disappearing. One theory is that they're being caught as a byproduct of the fishing industry. Because they're so adorable, many people believe that they don't actually exist and that they were made up by scientists. 7. Mountain gorilla. The mountain gorilla is a subspecies of the eastern gorilla. They're known to only live in the mountains of Central Africa. Unlike other gorillas, these guys spend much of their time in the trees instead of on the ground. Their fur is a dark black color, except for the silverback males, which have a gray-colored coat. This is similar to other male gorillas. The silverback males are the leaders of the troop, and even though they're herbivores, they can be incredibly intimidating when threatened. They're endangered along with all other gorillas, and they're one of the rarest animals on the planet. Number 6. Cross River gorilla. Not much is known about the Cross River gorilla because they're so elusive. It's believed that there are less than 300 individuals left in the wild, and they're only found in 2 separate populations. They occupy the forest regions between Nigeria and Cameroon. Many experts say that this species is actually a subspecies of the western gorilla, but they aren't entirely sure. What we do know is that they're extremely shy and prefer to hide from humans. Seeing as there's less than 300 of them left, you probably won't be seeing one anytime soon. Number 5. Sumatran orangutan. If you didn't know that orangutans were rare, you should probably start paying attention. They're one of the most intelligent animals on the planet, and they're also one of the rarest. There are only about 14,600 left in the wild, and their numbers continue to shrink every year. They can be found in Indonesia and Malaysia, and they're known to live in the forests of Borneo. They're mostly active during the day, and they spend much of their time eating fruit and socializing. When threatened, they will scream loudly, pull funny faces, and try to appear larger. But if that doesn't work, they will run away. 4. Hawksbill turtle. Hawksbill turtles are definitely one of the prettiest sea creatures to ever exist, but sadly they're also one of the most endangered. There are only about 5,000 to 7,000 left in the world, and their numbers are rapidly declining. They get their name from the pointed shape of their shells, which kind of looks like a hawk's beak, and they're known to feed primarily on sponges. Their diet is quite unusual compared to other sea turtles, which mainly eat jellyfish and seaweed. Because they specialize in eating sponges, they play an important role in keeping the coral reefs healthy. Number 3. Amur leopard. There are only about 100 Amur leopards left in the world, and this makes them one of the rarest animals on the planet. They can be found in eastern Russia and northeastern China, and they spend much of their time alone in the forest. They like to hunt deer, wild boar, and other large mammals. For a long time, poachers killed these animals for their thick fur coats, and this is one of the main reasons why they became so rare. Thankfully, their populations have been increasing slightly over the past few years, but they're still hanging on by a thread. Number 2. Kakapo. The kakapo is a flightless bird that lives in New Zealand, and it's considered the rarest bird on the planet. There are only about 150 left in existence, and they're all living on just 4 different islands. These birds are incredibly heavy, and they're known to weigh up to 9 pounds. It's also known as the world's fattest parrot, and they usually have a lifespan of 90 years. This means that some of them were alive during World War II. This species is critically endangered, and they're very vulnerable to predators such as dogs, cats, and stoats. All of the kakapo are individually named and monitored by conservationists, and these efforts have helped to increase their numbers in recent years. Number 1. Javan rhino. The Javan rhino is one of the rarest animals on the planet, and it's also the smallest rhino species. There are only about 60 left in the wild, and they can be found in Indonesia and India. They have 2 horns on their nose, and they typically weigh about 200 pounds. They spend much of their time eating and sleeping, and they're usually active during the night. Like other rhinos, they used to be hunted for their horns, which are used in traditional medicine. This is one of the main reasons why they became so rare. Another reason is that they have a very small range. This means that they are susceptible to local extinction, and they're one of the most endangered animals on the planet. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this one, stay tuned. With that said, take care and have a great day.